What's up, everybody? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Excuse me, I got a cough this morning. Heck. Whew. There's nobody here. Just finished one. I got one more curry, and I don't know if we'll see about a third. I don't know. My lungs are really hurting, but I'm here, trying to wake up. That's the other thing. I'm dragging this morning. I'm trouble getting up. I didn't have my coffee. Man, when I don't have my coffee, I'm fucked. Excuse my language. Hey, what's up, Chris Taylor? How you doing? Oh man, I didn't know you were in Flagstaff. Is that where you live? I thought you were in Phoenix or Phoenix surrounding area. Shit, bro. We're actually not that far from each other sometimes. I go down to near the Four Corners a decent amount. What's up, Jersey? What's up, Scrabble? How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. Smack that like, could you? I'm between curries right now. I'm trying to get to my second curry. It says I'll be there 8 minutes early, so I'm perfectly on time. And I don't remember what they were, but in the description notes, I put the earnings for these two and the miles and all that kind of stuff in case you were curious. No, I live in Mesa. I'm driving. Oh, okay. Jersey, your car's in the shop. Man, that sucks. Hope it's nothing big. Hope it's just something routine or something. Car trouble's right up there with like just one of those huge stressors to me, especially to all of us in the gig economy, man. And good morning, Scrabble. How are you? I've been up since 5 a.m. That's again, though I'm in Mountain Time, so it's 6:30 a.m. here. I got a 7 a.m. pickup. I had a 5:30 pickup, and yeah, I'm just dragging today. I don't know. If I don't put at least one solid cup of coffee in me before I leave the house, I'm worthless. And I was running out the door this morning. So. Hey, what up, traveler? How you doing? Looks like there's gonna be a big sunrise right behind me here in a second. And there's this, excuse my voice too. Man, I've been so hoarse. There's this road here, 270, that connects I-70 and 25. That is literally every morning it's like this. It just looks like that both ways. And I just passed the gridlock part. But you literally sit. It's like a 5-mile little gap, and it's a shortcut. If you're going north of Denver, it's a little shortcut to connect onto I-25 and cut off taking 7225 and then the inter exchange downtown. But the This thing, it can make you want to pull your steering wheel off. It's that kind of gridlock. It's like literally like you're just sitting there like this, and just like, okay, I'm done. And then it moves one car length, you get a little happy, and that's it. It just stops. Traveler, where are you? What market are you in? I can take a look and see what's up with your market. Semi tried to put me in the wall, man. I'm one of the good drivers. Don't mess with me. I love truckers, bro. Jesus. Syracuse. Oh, okay. So that's Lisa's market. Yeah, she says she doesn't get a lot there either, but I know she had a few, and it's one of those things where when you see them, you got to get them right away. You know, like I used to not say it this way, but I will say it this way, you know, because otherwise people just, you know, they're already, if they don't take any, they're asking me, well, what do I look for? What do I look for? And I guess the new way I should say it is, look, when you first get on Curri, you've been on the waiting list, all that kind of stuff, or whatever, just grab them. I wouldn't even, you know, to be honest, I wouldn't even look at the price, because you're going to spend time going, and it's going to seem like it's still available. And then when you hit it, you're going to go into the round robin, and the round robin uses 3 factors. It uses your vehicle size, your location from where you are to the pickup, and it uses your driver score. Now, if you haven't done any Curris, you don't have a driver score. So that's like a 3-part test where one part you're automatically getting a 0% on. Now does that mean you're never going to get an order? No, it just means that first and second one are so hard. They're just hard to get, because when you do say, I want it, it's going to put you in a pool. That doesn't mean you got it. Now it's a round robin. So once you get like 4 or 5 under your belt, you'll start getting them. You'll hit, I want it, and you won't see a round robin. It'll just say, you get it. But right now I mean, to be honest, I know some of you might think, well, that sucks. But to be honest, it's kind of like the waiting list. Of course, it sucks when you're on it. It's great when you come off it. But it also keeps people, it weeds out people. And that's why the waiting list moves, because some people get on here and just sit there and try and cherry pick from the first one. Like, okay, I'll take, no, I don't want that one. Well, I mean, in the beginning, they need to know that, I think they're kind of, the system must throw you easier ones too, because when I remember when I started, I wasn't doing paint ones or something. You just had like the littler runs, you know, some electrical stuff or box or this or that, and you just got to get a few under your belt. So if I had it all to go back and do again, because it took me a while to get my we didn't have driver score, but it took me a while to get my first few under my belt. And to be honest, like, looking back, there were some where I'm like, that's okay, but I'm gonna wait a little better. And this is just me, it's just my opinion. You guys do what you want, obviously. But I would grab the first 5. I would just grab for them. Anytime you can, just grab for them. And do them immediately, get it done right, get your driver score set it, because your driver score is based on your last 5 rides. So if your second ride goes awful, don't worry about it. You can just keep doing more until because it will bump it out. It's not like based on the last 100, it's based on the last 5. But a driver score does matter, clearly. And the driver score is pretty easy though. It's just, were you on time to the pickup? Did you take pictures of the drop off and the pickup? And no self-unassigns. If you self-unassign, yeah, that's not good if you self-unassign, guys. That almost could be, I know some people who have self-unassigned and been put on like a pause until they email reactivation at curri.com, and then, you know, and then they will get reactivated because it's soft. It's like the 90-day don't do one, get a soft deactivation. But Traveler, you should be able to, you said you're not fast enough. Hey, what up, Derek? Good morning. You should be able to just hit it, dude. Just grab it. I know if you say you're not fast enough, just just keep trying, man. You should notice right now everywhere in the country, Curri's jamming. I'm not gonna lie, but everywhere I know, like tomorrow, I'm doing a piece which you guys should all know about, by the way, especially you East Coast people. We talked about for a while about Massachusetts potentially doing something with gig workers here, and it's being done, and it's not pretty. So instead of just hearing it from me, tomorrow, I think it's at 1 p.m. Eastern, my friend Dana in Boston, he's been doing Curri about as long as me. He's been doing Curri about, we've both been doing it about 2 years, 3 months. So we're both right there in the same place. But here's the thing, he's going to join me because he lives in Boston. He's going to be affected by this Massachusetts thing, and Dana's like my boots on the ground there because he actually knows a lot of this legislation stuff like I do. He is also a driver's teacher in Boston, a driver's ed teacher, and he's one of the people that like grant you your license and stuff. So so he's all too familiar with this. He's been doing gig work since 2015, just like me. He's going to join me, and we're going to go through this Massachusetts legislation because, guys, it sucks. It sucks. And if you live in Massachusetts, we're going to tell you exactly why you need to vote this thing down. And I don't even know how it'll go. New Hampshire and Massachusetts, I've been warning you guys about for a while. There might be some kind of Hail Mary miracle, or there might be, even if it gets enacted right away, there might be a challenge in the courts. I don't know, but it sucks. It sucks big time. It's kind of, let me put it this way. It's like, and I'm not dogging on this one, because we also have Sergio on Para Presents this week, and we're going to be talking about some of this stuff, but not the Massachusetts one so much. But it's kind of like Prop 22, but way worse, because it's like, I can't remember what the number is. It's going to pay like it guarantees $18.84 an hour for all of your active time, just like Prop 22. It's going to offer some BS discounted insurance, which most people in California that I know who wanted to do the insurance through Uber or whatever because they wanted to use this advantage of Prop 22, you could usually find the same coverage from a different company, but the same coverage in Obamacare. So you could just go into the marketplace for insurance and just pay the same amount for the same coverage from a different company as the prorated one. They say, oh no, you're getting a deal because no. And then I've heard about people having problems with that insurance. But here's the other thing. Massachusetts went a step farther. First of all, 1884 it's not 120% of minimum wage or any of this stuff. I just don't think these type of solutions are good. I know a lot of people like Prop 22. They're mostly delivery people because Prop 22 was invented for rideshare drivers. However, Prop 22, what up, Brian? But Prop 22 was there to help rideshare drivers. That's what it was intended to do. And we all know that it didn't. That's the messed up part. It didn't. Rideshare drivers were the ones who don't see crap. I know rideshare drivers in California. You get 120% guaranteed for every active hour of minimum wage in your market. So like in the Inland Empire where Sergio is and stuff, it's like $17 an hour. So you get 120%. Let's be nice and call it 20. On any given active hour, you're making $20, period. I mean, especially in LA, you're making $20. So it's just stupid. but the people who get you know, all the delivery people who get these $3 orders or $2 orders, if they can only do 2 an hour, well, that's only $4. So they're going to get a $15 check from Prop 22. So it really only ended up benefiting delivery people. And the other thing, oh, he's got the bay door. Okay. Grab this in just one second. But so the 1884 in Massachusetts, hey Joe, what's up? Is, let me see if I can just pull it up here real quick and just tell you guys. Because one of the things that Dana and I are going to talk about, because this did not happen in California, it's really messed up. Really messed up. Dry lips, dry throat. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the former Attorney General that got the last ballot initiative through in Massachusetts is wait, our former Attorney General, okay, yes, who had the last ballot initiative thrown out, is now our governor. So now that he has more power, because that ballot initiative was to stop the killing of ICs, but now he's governor and he has a lot more power. So it looks like it's absolutely going to go through. It will start in January of 2024, and this is, let me read this to you. This is from one of the apps. It might be DoorDash. I don't know. It's hard to tell. All these apps print the same, but oh yeah, it's DoorDash. So this is from DoorDash. Next fall, Massachusetts voters, which is right now, this fall, will have the opportunity to protect the flexibility and independence that Dashers love. When it comes to app-based work, special interests in Massachusetts say that Dashers like you should be employees. Did you catch that? Dashers like you should be employees. Now, I don't like reading something from DoorDash and agreeing with them, and I don't really agree with them because they're just as dirty as the politicians who are voting uninformed. We're going to get into all this, but I want you guys to hear this. Which means you lose ability to work when, where, and how you want. We know that you value having flexibility, no clocks to punch, and no boss to answer to, except for yourself. The ballot initiative will both protect your independence and provide you with new benefits and protections. So again, California, the bluest state in the country, voted yes on Prop 22. Now, will Massachusetts? I don't know. I don't know that this is their attempt for a bad Prop 22, and I don't even know if this will go. I don't even know if the voters will get this. The ballot initiative will both protect your independence and provide you with new benefits and protections. So here's what's in it for you. Okay, so if you're in Massachusetts, as much as it sucks, you need to vote for this because otherwise independent contractors being killed off. And even though you might be like, that sucks, dude, this is the best play they got. So let's go through the 4 points. Protects your ability to work and flexibility and independently. Okay, so what you're used to. Hey Flower, how are you? Excuse my voice, guys. Guarantees that Dashers will earn at least $18 per hour on deliveries. Now here's the kicker, and this kills me. Brian, you're in here. I want to know what Brian thinks about this one. So $18 an hour is your guaranteed rate. Now we already know New York State, all these other things. I cannot give you a shout out. I don't even know how to say that. Mass 3 Shu Gilo. I hope I did that even close, man. My throat hurts. Everything's under the weather, but I tried. But so $18 an hour, not 120% of minimum wage, $18 an hour, and plus 28 cents per mile on a delivery, with tips on top. Now we already know by earn by time and some of these other things, the tips on top do come through, but you don't see them like we're used to. See, ceiling meets floor. We've talked about this. We're going to talk about it big time tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern, I believe, 10 a.m. Pacific. But plus 28 cents per mile on delivery. So only when you pick up from the restaurant and are driving to the customer. That's the only little block you're going to get mileage on at 28 cents. But this negates you being able to claim. This is different than any other state. This negates you being able to claim your miles on your taxes. For me, that's huge. Brian, I'd like to know what you think too, because honestly, mileage is a gig worker's best friend. I love mileage. I love trips. It crushes it for taxes. Actually makes it so you get money back. And that's tough as an independent contractor. If you do it right, and I'm not saying scam, if you just do it right and you're doing lots of miles, this kills that. This means that from now on, and not only that, if you heard me, 28 cents. Okay, well, we all know that times okay, just a couple minutes. We all know that the national, what is it now, 62 cents is the national write-off for a mile, but this kills that and is only paying you 28 cents. Yeah, okay, there you go, Brian. So yeah, 65 cents per mile is what it's up to now for the deduction. However, they're going to pay you in Massachusetts 28 cents for your miles, because that's one of the things that their government thinks is that gig workers are scamming miles. I'm going to be honest here. I think a lot of gig workers do. I can always explain my miles because I do long trips and all kinds of stuff. Be willing to explain it, but here's the problem. They want to pay you 28 cents for what you should be able to be writing off as 65 cents. What's up, Rex? How you doing, bro? Gives you access to benefits like healthcare support and paid sick time leave. We already know that's BS. That did not work in California. That's one of the major fails of Prop 22. Enhances safety protection and puts in place new insurance requirements to cover medical costs and disability payments if you're injured on the job. There's the one perk, but to me, you should be covered like that anyway, because the apps have you when you're I know. And Brian, you're not that far from it, man. I got to tell you, I don't want to tell you the horror story yet. We might get into it tomorrow with Sergio, but Pennsylvania's on the chopping block right now too. So is New Jersey, guys. Things are getting really, really brutal. This administration's trying to push through a ton of shit. Let me go get this paint, and I'll be right back. I'll take you with me. Okay. Hey, what's up, Gigan? What's up, everybody? Hi, good morning. Slack Bat.
So this is in Boulder Creek, subdivision of Boulder Creek Waters Farm.
So is that's the south off 36, right before going over the hill to Boulder? Or are you not sure? Because that's where it showed it, and I've been there a couple times. I mean, like everything's there is being. The problem is like a lot of these maps only Apple Maps shows sometimes the
Oh,
where the new builds are.
it should be right in here.
Okay, that's where I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, right at the roundabout. Okay.
And then that's here. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the address.
So should I, would,
Our order card.
okay. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? So I know a few people in here. Hey, if you guys, hey, anybody in here who I saw, Jersey, I saw you put that you've been on the waiting list for 2 years for Curri. Make sure that please, you know what? Email me, could you? And if you've already, if you're thinking, well, I already emailed you, you know, just email me again, please. And you can email me, steve@ridesharerodeo.com or steve with Para, whatever's easier. Probably Rideshare Rodeo for this one. But wow, there's two guys standing there as if they're gonna unload it all. If they do this, this is the coolest ever. It's a new little.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
You don't need to know, but I know you guys are so much. You guys do so much more than the other ones. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you too, man. Seven iron. That's 7 irons in reaching distance of me in case I need it. Alright, now I'm going to have to use Apple Maps because they'll find me at. There was a good number of people in here. We seem to be having a good little chat. So come on over. Hopefully you guys will find this one. I know I just had down the fly label at Curri too. I hate the YouTube platform. I really need to try the StreamYard. I need to talk to somebody about the way I want to do the StreamYard when I do these lives. But yeah, come on in, guys. Come on in. We had about like, oh, what's up, Ceci? How are you? What's up, Kevin Hawthorne? Oh, now other people are coming in. I think there's people stuck in a loop in my other live stream that got killed. Oh, there she is. There's Scrabble. So, okay, so at least I don't know what happened. It got down to 1 bar, and that's why That's why I really want to do a StreamYard from home. Launch it when I walk out in the mornings when I walk out to do these. I want to hit StreamYard start and then just tie it in from my phone. That way, if my phone goes down at all, I can just come back into the stream. But when it's YouTube and it's like, oh, I can't remember what it is, over 90 seconds or over 60 seconds, then it just kills the stream. And I was down to 1 bar, and sometimes that happens, especially with Curri and new builds and things like that. So, but yeah, thank you guys. Smack that like. Hopefully we'll get those other guys back in here. So I'm driving now. Scrabble, you were in there. I don't know. I'd like to. What did you think about that legislation? What do you think about making, if you live in Massachusetts, what do you think about to retain your flexibility? And this will be the only way to keep your flexibility. That's it. There's going to be no other options. What do you think about $18 an hour and 25 cents a mile, but now you can't claim your 65-cent write-off at the end of the year? To me, not only is it not a good deal, I'm gonna talk to Dana when Dana and I talk tomorrow. We're gonna talk about just like Prop 22 being challenged. I want to talk to him about challenging this, because we actually have Mike Harubi in Massachusetts, so we can actually get Mike to fire some real shots at some politicians, because he's written legislation before on the national platform. So he works with congressmen and all this stuff. I will tell Mike, I'm going to send it to him today, because it's disgusting. Might even ask him to join at the end of it with Dana and I and kind of go through some of this, because it's bullshit. And I don't like swearing on my stream. Sometimes it happens in the fun one, on Thursday night I might throw one out, but I really don't. I'm actually angry, and I don't even live in Massachusetts. I just have seen for a while, and I've been in talking to a crowd and in the AB5 groups that Karen runs. I talk to Kim all the time, Kim Cavan. And these are people who are trying to fix what's going on. And we've been telling you, there's a lot coming. And I know most people are just kind of like, well, I'm just going to live in the moment and love this. And that time is coming. The Biden administration, and this isn't a political thing. This is just, any administration. It's like the theory about war, like if nobody was in power right now, an old school Democrat would tell you one of the big features about Democrats is that you don't favor war. Well, that's kind of a mis-selling point, because nobody favors war. However, they always break down our military and don't put in the funding that's needed. And we live in a world where even cyber attacks are just becoming more. We got to be protected. We can't deplete our resources. And now we're at a point where the Democrats, but here's the reality. Whoever's in power always wants war. So claim what I'm just kind of explaining an overview of political here. I've for a long time said the two-party system needs to go. It needs to go. You need to run on your own merit. And if somebody were like, well, what party are you with? It would be like you'd have to say, oh, the parties are gone. They don't exist anymore. We run on our own merit now. Okay. Because I think you should. Why should I vote for somebody just because they put a D or an R on them? I want to know what you're going to do. I'm an independent voter, and I vote on both sides of the ticket. Yeah. And that's the problem. Brian just kind of mentioned the problem there. War is the biggest money maker. Problem is that, and I don't want to get my channel in trouble, but I think we all know where, but the UKR, not UK, not UK, United Kingdom, and they border with RUSSIA, and we've been sending trillions over to there, but we've depleted our own military in doing it. Do you think the world doesn't see that? But here's the thing, like Brian said, it's the biggest money maker. Here's the thing, is that you can't. People vote Democrat or Republican, and they don't do it based on war. I know some people who vote Republican. This is why I'm independent. Who do it because, and this is just in the military strata. I'm not talking about all the other reasons why you might lean one way or the other. This is why I think all candidates need to run on their own merit. But the Republican side is going to say we need to put money into the armed forces, and this is why they get blamed about wanting war. They don't. They just don't. We just don't. They don't want us to be attacked. And then extreme leftists or Democrats, but this, I'm going to take extreme right and left. Extreme right would want to put all kinds of money into defense. Extreme left would want us to sell every ship we have to China or somebody else and just kind of be an open target. So, but that's all I'll say on that. Nonetheless, we have got to get into this Massachusetts. Massachusetts is still at a place where enough loud voices, signatures, all kinds of things. And that's what I'm going to work on with Dana tomorrow, or what we're going to talk about. And then I'm going to get with Mike about creating some kind of digital signature for people in Massachusetts to put their name on it. I mean, we've got 75,000 plus names on driverrights.org. If you guys haven't been there, it's driver singular, like one driver, rights plural.org. Please go there and put your name on it. That's a project that David from Para and I do. We have 75,000 app-based gig worker signatures on there. This is not this is not independent contractors even included. This is just app-based people like us. Please get your name on there because that's nationwide. And we have a huge database of how many people in what state just want to remain independent. And you'll see in there, this isn't union propaganda or anything. This is just what the most basic rights of an independent contractor need to be. And we're not even pushing some of the ones that should be because we actually narrowed it down to what is feasible. That's why there's 75,000 signatures on there in this country. It also didn't hurt to the fact that we have Para and we have a little less now, but at our height we had 235,000 Para app users during tip transparency. But we still have 100 and I can't remember what it is, 28 or something. And that depleted down all the way to about 80,000. We've come back up about 50, so we're now back on the rise. And without tip transparency, I've been telling Dave we don't need that shit. But 18, I know you guys loved it, but it made a problem for us progressing in any of the other things that we initially set out to do. And I think that those are going to be the long-term gains for us, are better offers, helping littler companies that want to start up and compete, putting them on Parapass, and I meet with people all the time in different markets, and it's a question of let me see. I never come this way. West, left, right. I feel like this isn't right now. Anyway, I think there's gonna be a lot better offers. There's so many little companies, you guys, that are coming out that really could never compete with the big guys. However, I meet with them all the time, and what we do is we go through their zip codes. So if somebody were to call me and say, I'm starting a catering company in such and such Arkansas, okay? One thing they cannot afford to do, because this is one of the biggest losses, and this is where Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, that's why DoorDash has had 13 million dashers, because onboarding people is very expensive. It's very difficult to get that word out and to really get good people on board. The littler companies cannot sustain to onboard people. They quit after a day, orders aren't getting delivered, unassignments, they can't handle that. So why they're coming to Para, in case you're wondering, is because we have, that's why we're doing the Para centralized everything in the Parapass, letting you upload your own background check, If we can show that you have a history, either with Para or any connected accounts, they don't see a name. They just know that we're only feeding them drivers who are reliable and who get the job done. So I know we're still in our infancy stage of Para Pass. Paraworks has been cool, but it's nothing like what Para Pass is going to be. Para Pass right now onboards you to GoPuff. I know a lot of people are not excited by that, and if like me, I was on the waiting list for GoPuff for 6 months. When we launched Para Pass and the ability to get on GoPuff, I was onboarded to GoPuff in 24 hours. Because we have a thing called skip the line. Now, next month, we are gonna, David and I first, I think it's the first Thursday on the Para Presents, are gonna be announcing a new feature and a new thing we're doing on the Para app through Para Pass. I cannot give any details, so don't ask. But I will tell you who it's with. It's Walmart Spark. And I know I don't do Spark, and I've been on their waiting list. I'm gonna now get bumped off the waiting list and put on Spark when that happens. So, what up, Jobby Nooner? What up, Joe? Good morning, brother. Good morning. But yeah, anybody who's waiting on Curri, actually, when I do these Curri live streams, I do go back and look in the live chat since I probably missed some. But please put, if you've been waiting, like Jersey said, 2 years, that's the longest I've ever heard. Chris from the Rideshare guy, before Jersey said that, was the longest I had ever heard. Chris was 15 or 16 months in Buffalo, New York. And, these real rideshare stories. We finally got him off the list. Sometimes it just takes a, what's up, Jonathan? Sometimes it just takes a,
Audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Man, they made me go the weirdest way. Yeah, see, okay, so, yeah, so Joe, actually, you know what? Put it in here so I see it, but also you guys email me. Email me, steve@ridesharerodeo.com, and say, and just put in the topic, your handle on YouTube so I know who it is. I mean, I know most of your first names anyway, but just put your handle, because sometimes people put no subject, and then they don't even tell me who they are, and they just say, I'm still on the wait list, and I don't recognize the name. That's really nothing I can do for you there. I'm going to need to respond to you, and then some people don't check their email as much. I check it daily. But here's the thing I would say. Email me, and if you're emailing me from an address other than what you signed up for Curri for, let me know that. Let me know in the email, in the content of the email, what email you signed up for Curri with. And if you can give me an estimate of when you signed up, like, you know, okay, I signed up in 2022. Okay, but if you can narrow it down to the month, I don't need a day, but if you could say to me, I signed up in March of 2022, and the email you signed up with, I can go do a little investigation this week, because I'm supposed to be meeting with some Curri members, and yeah, I will. I always do, and I always will. I'm out here for you guys. I mean, I'm out here to make money and to take care of my son and I, but I'm also out here to help you guys, because there's a lot of messed up stuff going on, and especially the new stuff going on. I mean, you guys, this new Massachusetts thing is kind of like all those people who have been complaining so much and oversaturating these apps. I think one of the biggest concerns that they have is that, yeah, if you emailed me way back, just please do it again. I get bombarded with Para emails and Rideshare Rodeo, so I'm sorry, Flower, if that got put to the side or something, but email me again, especially if you do it today. I'll be back home in a little bit. And I'm gonna make a little list that I can take to when I meet with Curri, of emails and how long you've been on, because the how long you've been on is a big part, because there was a theory, and I'm going to ask them about it today. I forgot to the last time I met with them, but there was a theory that maybe if you've been on the wait, and again, just a conspiracy theory for all I know, that people who have been on the list like 9 months plus are maybe getting bumped back because they know people in their market who have been onboarded real quick. So there's a few factors there. It could be a bigger vehicle. It could be it could be the fact that they do use zip codes. So if Curri picks up a new client, let's say it's an electric client, okay? Let's say that electric client has 2 locations in your city. They're gonna pull, so again, they're gonna take driver or car size, all that, but they're gonna, if they only have 2 clients, they're gonna pull the closest people off the wait list to that location. So I'm gonna ask about all this, but I'm also gonna ask if people are in any way getting bumped back. Or forgotten about if they applied too long ago and should they reapply. But don't do any of that until I check, because I know in the past they did not want people doing that, so don't do that. But I'm gonna check. I'm checking with the top tiers. In fact, I've talked to Matt Lafferty this week, and Matt is the CEO and founder of Curri. I don't talk to him very often. I've interviewed him a couple times. Great guy, but he's super busy. But I am actually talking to Matt about something we're doing with Para. Fuck you, man. I got no voice. I need Mr. Flex in my car right now to yell at these people. So yeah, no, it's nothing about what can it hold and stuff though. It's we just got to get this straightened out. I will have some definitive answers. Like last mile on Wednesday, straightened out. I will have some definitive answers. Like last mile on Wednesday, I'll have answers by then as to what's going on with the waiting list. I don't even know that there is a problem, and there's just a lot of, you know how people are in this community. I mean, they'll just make up anything. And even the ones that, dude, look guys, I know you've been told this before, but I always run on my own merit, you know. I think I have a perfectly honest merit with you guys, but there's a lot of scumbags out there in the gig economy, in the gig tube verse. Again, I'm a podcaster at heart, and the podcast is extremely blowing up, the audio podcast. But and it's 4 years. It's been 4 years running. Website's been 7 years running. So I've been doing this for a long time. But I've never seen such bull BS put out by YouTube channels as some of these people claiming to know. And I'm even gonna go a step farther. Some of these people you guys know, and I see some of you engage with them. You got to know these people are lunatics and don't know a thing about what they're talking about. You know? And if that's ever a problem, I challenge any one of them to step up to me and let's talk legislation in any state. Let's talk what's coming down the pipe. Let's talk about honesty. And that conversation will be real brief. Real brief. In fact, I doubt they'd do it because I would demolish. I wouldn't do it to anybody unless they were one of the people I consider a liar. And the problem about being a liar in this space, some of them aren't lying to you intentionally. There are some channels that just like negativity. They think it gets views. It does. It's short-lived though. It's a proven fact. It's short-lived. It will go away. Especially once people start engaging them, because negative people will turn on their own. So those cliques of negative people, they'll just turn on their own once they don't have other people to turn on. But there are people putting out straight up misinformation, and I know they're not doing it. I need to be careful how I say this here, but I know they're not doing it like, some aren't doing it like maliciously, like I'm just gonna lie to them because I hate everybody and I hate people. There might be some of those. It's more like they read a third of an article. They think they understand something. First of all, newspapers need to be checked by 5 other articles. You need to do your work. You know, even one article is never enough to report on it. You can talk about it. You can say, I read this article and this, but we need to start, you know, this checks and balance thing starts needing to happen. Because you guys should watch, I'm telling you, a lot of you, it worries me that people out there are this disingenuous to like read something, not even know what they're reading or understanding, and then just word garbage comes out of their mouth that means nothing. They're like, yeah, this is what it meant. And I'm sitting there going, that's not at all what it meant. I work with people in that state who were fighting Congress, we're fighting legislation. What are you talking about? That's a lie, that's bullshit. And you need to stop spewing it, man, because why I get so mad about it, and this is the only time you'll really see me get mad. I'm not doing it in the troll term, like, oh, I hate these trolls, let's go after them. That's not my style. What I don't like is that they're lying to you, because new people come to this space all the time and want to learn things. My channel is very unique. I do off-brand apps, ride-alongs. I do, you know, the Thursday roundtables a little bit more for fun, but we still tackle tough issues. But other things I'm doing, a lot of legislation stuff and a lot of stuff to protect you guys. And I hate listening to people who are just either ignorant, lying, or stupid. And I hate to put it that bluntly, that's how it
We are
is.
audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
So, you know, I guess just watch who you're listening to. I mean, if it's just purely for entertainment, that's fine. I'm not so worried about you guys as I am new people coming. I love this, how it just keeps throwing me off. But anyway, back to positive Steve. And that's not even negative Steve. And that's not hoodie Steve. That's none of this stuff. I don't even have a hood today. But that's none of that's up. You know, that's just me saying I am concerned that people are lying to people. It's the same, and I'll put it this way. I'm not mad at gig tubers or whatever. I just ignore and block. Hey, Daphne, good morning. How are you? I just block the people who I know are full of it. But to be honest, because I just can't take that kind of negativity either, especially when it's just lies and it hurts you guys. That I hate. I'm even going to go as far as most people don't understand what's going on. But if you want the real news, most of you have known where to come for a long time. And if you ever need to step away from YouTube, go listen to podcast on audio. I have a great listener base there, and we talk straight, we talk honest, and a lot of them have left YouTube. Some of my audio podcast listeners just can't take the BS on YouTube. So enough with these idiots, man. Block them. You know, don't engage them. Engaging them is like feeding them. Don't do it. You know, once they're starving, they will go after each other. So let them starve. If they're gonna lie and be deceitful, let them starve. Hey guys, smack that like if you could. I'm almost to the delivery here. And another thing, while you guys are doing Curri, I know if Brian is still listening, he might be working but listening, but if Brian's still on here listening, he knows, dude. Watch when you pull in alleys. There's not a ton you can do, but be very careful about not coming in too fast. Drive pretty slow. Really kind of try and watch the ground as much as you can, because if you're going into alleys in new build areas, there's gonna be big staples. There's gonna be nails. Not everywhere. It's not like they're meant to pop your tires, but there will be those in there. So be careful. You know, I've popped tires, but I have the whatever insurance on mine that you know, if they pop, I pay like $30. I get a brand new tire. Oops. Damn it. Damn. If you you guys have just seen what I just did. They do these weird things now here, and I'm like right over the hill from Boulder now. But they do these weird things where it's like when you exit, you got to go left, which is like facing traffic, and go straight through. And they just have these weird ways of getting off the highway. I don't know why they ever changed it. It never used to be this way here. I sensed in your motion. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so yeah, I was getting over a cold a while ago. You guys, I don't know, you can definitely hear it in my voice still. And when I did the live with Tom this weekend on Friday night, I actually did an old singer's trick. I did honey, 2 spoonfuls of honey and 2 shots of whiskey. And yeah, it was it definitely helped, but I can't be doing whiskey and driving. So if you're in that raspiness in my voice, that's from like a cold I had. I didn't ever show up as COVID, but I've had COVID before. It felt like COVID, and I know COVID's been going around, but this was weeks ago. And then it's just kind of lingering, but it's something up in my chest too. Just tightness. It's been loosening a little bit, so it's getting a little better, but it's just slow recovery. And the roar of the engine. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I can't really show you. There's not really, because there's no cars going. I'll try. So see, that's an exit right there. That's where I came off. See where it says one way, and see the traffic on this side of the road? And now we're on this side of the road. Okay, so when did this become Europe? Because we're supposed to be, now watch, now we cross back over, and you're on the right side of the road again. Makes no sense. So if that helped you kind of see what, at least a little bit, what happened. Then we got a Tesla plant. For what it's worth. I know that, right, Flower? That is weird. I'm telling you, it's only up here in Boulder. At first they started off with roundabouts. I don't mind those as much. They can be annoying, but it's like they have the right lane cross over, be on the left over bridges, and then cross back over. I think the theory is that it made people pay more attention, like especially at night and stuff, to what they're doing. To me, it's like, dude, what are you talking about? This is gonna make 1,000 accidents. Yeah. It's not even a roundabout. It's like they just make you, ooh, hey, you're in Europe. Now you're not. Like, what? Huh? All right, I had a map, but she gave me a different address, 148. I gotta check on True where Mesa is. Okay, there's not a Mesa Way, there's a Mesa Court Circle. Wait, what? Rogers Farm. That's what this is. What the fuck, man? Alright, I'm gonna try it. I don't think she's right though. So, if you guys, this will look also another tip about Curri. If you have an iPhone, awesome. If you don't, no worries. But if you have an iPhone, awesome, because Apple Maps is the best plotting app for new builds. I don't use Apple Maps as my this isn't right.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
What the fuck? See, Boulder doesn't have any place left to I feel like it might be right. I don't know. God damn it. I'm gonna have to call the contractor. I never have to call the contractor. I'm gonna check this one more time. Okay, because she said Boulder Creek, Rogers Farm. Alright, well, that's right here. Hold on, guys. I won't drop you. I gotta get. Third attempt.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
What's up? Attempt number 3. I just dropped it all off, you guys. So, it's these. This is a whole new thing. Of nobody lives in any of these yet. These are all just construction workers. It's this little thing called Rogers Farm. They're called mini houses. Like, look at this thing. Smack that like, you guys. Sorry about all the confusion this morning. Third time's the charm. But see this mini house? It's still a big house, but they just call them mini houses. I don't know. When I think of, because there's also the term tiny homes. And when I think of those, they're much smaller. So I've never really, this is kind of, these are weird. It seems like they go up really tall, but they're really skinny. So it still looks like a decent amount. I mean, it's definitely not like huge houses, but like dwarf form. They refer to it. I guess the nice name is cottages. Is what they say. Cottages. Oh, man. But some hiccups there, I know. But here's the thing, guys. Everybody in this space is awesome too. All these people are all willing to help you. Like that guy, there just unloaded. We said, you know, hey, you want me to help you get those? Because I had about 440 pounds of paint in the car. I said, no, I got him, man, because he was doing his own thing. So that's what I'm talking about. That's kind of non-existent in other gigs. You know, like people aren't really going to step out there and help you. In fact, if anything, they're kind of more involved. So, you know, you get some people, I'm sure, who are like, okay. But bottom line is that, like, he was like moving wood and all this other shit. And he still offered. He's like, hey man, it's not paint. You want me to help you out? I got it. Thank you. You know, it's just nice people. And I like working around nice people. I like getting paid more for the work I do. It is 8 o'clock, and my earnings are, I'll break them down on last mile this week too. We'll go through those quick for sure. And we'll talk about the Curri waiting list as well, because I'm going to be talking to them. There's lots of background noise right now. Was that it? Was it just the... Joe, was it just the... And smack that like, Joe, please. I don't even know how many... It says 0 people in here, 0 likes. I know that's the third one, but, you know, if this is like YouTube's way of being like, dude, quit starting new streams, I would retort with, hey, quit dropping the ball and make my stream work, you know. And if it does get to one signal, keep it running. Doesn't mean I'm out, doesn't mean I'm done, just keep it running. I'm gonna have to start doing it through, yeah, it was the air conditioner. I'm gonna start having to do it through StreamYard, because I know if I do it through StreamYard, it'll hold the stream. That way, if I absolutely need to, I can bounce out and just have my computer on at home. That, I mean, it would still just keep the chat going, and it would allow me to get out of that zone and then log right back in. So that's how I'm going to do it from now on. I'm not going to be using the YouTube interface at all anymore, because it is pure crap. I mean, YouTube's great for a lot of things. It's amazing that for their live streams, they don't like make it more robust and get rid of all the problems. See, it's still now, Joe, you're in here. It shows 1 like, 0 people in here. I mean, there was 16 in it in the second. This is gonna be a 3-part thing. I'm gonna have to go put it all together. I'll probably like just unlist all these and put them all together as not editing up much, but just editing where it chops out, splicing it with the next one. So stitch these 3 together. But yeah. If you have any questions, Joe, you're the only one in here. Or maybe there's more again. I don't know. I can never tell. YouTube. The YouTube interface sucks. But and I don't know if you could look for me, Joe, but oh, never mind. But I think that it was somewhere around between the 2 I've done. You know, I was out the door at 5 a.m. at my house. It's 8 a.m. 3 hours. I think they weren't through the roof today, but it was like, I think it's 1:30. It's in my show notes. It's in the notes to the first stream, I should say. Not in this one, because these I had to do on the fly. But yeah, I'll just make all these unlisted and put them all together as one piece and shoot it off. You've got more runs. So I got one more real brief run, and I wouldn't have, this is a perfect example of being in peril, because it's in Commerce City, which is near my house, and it's going to about a mile south of my house, and the pay wasn't great. So here I was in turmoil thinking, wait a minute, do I want that one? Because if I was home, or in my area, that would be super close to me, and I would not have taken it for the money. It was like $25, but it's only going like 4 miles. But the thing is that I don't want to take, like, I know that other people looking for good offers are passing on that. Now I'm the guy that just took it for 25 when I know, just like me, Curri drivers are good at this. We are good at this. Is we don't take the low ball offers. So it wasn't its initial $20 offer. It went up 5. It was 25 or 25, 21 or something. But the problem is that I now took an order where normally if I'm sitting there, I'd be like, nobody take that, because I'd want it to get to 30, 35 to be worth my time. So I didn't take it at the 20. That's kind of what we really hate. That's when offers come out that are the initial offer and they're not good, people are jumping on them. It's like instant, okay, Curri just onboarded some people, and the newbies are just taking these. So, but there's nothing you can do about those. But the veterans wouldn't have taken it. You know, and if we were all sitting in a room, they'd be looking at me going, why'd you take that? And I'd have to explain, dude, I'm on my way home. It's on my way home. You know. So, Digi Nomad, what's up? Smack that like, Digi Nomad. How you doing, bro? Hey, you guys, if you haven't checked out Digi Nomad's channel, he does a lot of shorts right now. They're great. They're just fun. And also, watch his hat, dude. He's got this hat, and it's got if you look real carefully, I don't know where he found this, but it's got a little camera in it. Like, you can see this little camera on the front of this like cowboy hat. It's pretty cool. Or it's not a camera, and he just kind of put a little like camera lens in there, a fake one, just to make people think he's always taping. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. I assume it does work, but if you don't know, who knows? Oh, okay. So that's on your head then, right? Or is it actually attached to the top of the hat? Guys, smack that like for me. I know it's number 3, and I will be putting these together, because if you go into these show notes, it probably says round table, because that's the default one that comes up. But I'll go in and the clown mask, but then I haven't seen that one. I'll check. What up, Nola Grind? How you doing? And you know, I didn't get this question out on the second stream of this stream. Yes, this stream took 3 streams because YouTube drops the ball way too much with their live streaming. I'm going to start, I was just explaining how I'm going to do it, but I know in my head now how I need to do it. It needs to be StreamYard on a computer from my house, and then just let me add into that StreamYard with this, and anytime I hit a dead zone, I'll just drop. The stream will continue, and when I get back out of it, I can add back into it. So that way I don't have to keep starting new streams, because it gets annoying, and YouTube is just horrible about holding the stream, even if you've been disconnected or have only 1 bar in an area, because a lot of Curri takes you to 1 bar areas. That's why I know the StreamYard way will work. But I'm curious how all you got, Joe, DigiNomad, Nola Grind, anybody else. Curious how you guys are doing right now. I guess let's do on a 1 to 5 rating. On a 1 to 5 rating, 5 being the best. The best times you've known on gig work, and 1 being the worst. Where are you right now? And it's not about which apps you use. I'm just curious overall. Most of us are multi-apping. Most vegging, but I'm just curious. Where are we at here? And again, if you've only been doing it 3 months, you might be at a 5 because that might be the best you've ever known. I've been doing it since 2015, but I'd say about a 4. I'm gonna give a generous 4. But also my market is good. Denver's a good market. And especially with the Curri, Denver, that's even a double whammy because there's still building going on everywhere, and it will never end. It'll just keep going out eastward where there's nothing but farmland, with Space Force and everything else they've brought in here. Joe, you say a 3, so you're saying 3. We'll call 3 average then. 3's. I'm doing good. Done better, done worse. That's a 3. A 1 is, dude, this sucks. A 2 is, man, this is pretty close to sucks. 4 is, this is pretty good. I'm not unhappy. And 5 would be crushing it, I'll have to read that. I'm gonna have to read both Nola Grinds and DigiNomad's comments in a little bit because they're too long. I'm driving. But it's, from the quick glance I got, it sounded like both of those were positive responses. Just too many words for me to read. This little piece of traffic again. See, now I'm back to Denver. And I'm at that same gridlocked traffic. And because I'm up at 5 a.m., I always think that by after the second Curri that I won't be hitting traffic because, come on. Because I'm like, well, I've been up since 5. I've already done 2 deliveries, been all over. Now I'm heading home or I'm heading back to my area. It won't be so bad. Hey Steve, do you wear PPE boots on every order? I don't. I have everything in the car. In fact, in my I'll show it on I'll show you my profile on Curri because I'll show you my driver score. I'll walk you through the inside of the app this week on Last Mile. But I keep it all in here. So I've got everything. I've got rope. They have all these different things that you can, click box, and you still get orders sent to you. But if there's specific things asked, I have like masks, which I don't wear. But I've got I've got the good masks. I've got, and they're in a Ziploc bag. I've got boots. I've got everything in the back, gloves, all the things I need. However, and rope and all this other stuff. But then there's questions in there too that you can add to your profile that I'll show you guys. Like I have that I can that I have foldable dolly. I barely use that ever either. It's just it's too much to put I'd rather just lift the paint and carry it. And I take 2, so that's about 55 pounds on each arm. So I carry about 110 pounds each time. You can just take 1, but I never saw the point of taking 1. 2 balances you out. But it does get tiring. You can use a dolly. Like this morning, I know that Joe went in there and said my earnings. What's up, Bud Soda? Good morning, buddy. Yeah, Joe said he checked for me. So my first run was $61. Second run was $74. This one's $25, and it's $8.15 out here. So be at about $150 here in about, depending on this traffic, about 20-25 minutes. Yeah, and then now I go work at home for a while, leave Curri on, and and wait for the afternoon batches, which roll in about like 10:30, 11ish. But I always have lots of things to do at home too. And Bud Soda, I think you missed this. I think you missed it, but you'll be interested in this tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Dana, my friend from Boston, and I are going to be talking about the new Massachusetts legislation. It is crap. Don't touch my foot. But Soda, yeah. Unless that's a friend of ours just making a joke. I don't know who that is. Could be. I don't know. We'll give him a second here. I gotta tell you, this is not a channel to troll. You know, Gary Middleton, you guys probably are aware of this. Gary Middleton gets very mad at me for distributing all the wrenches I do. But it's because I don't want nobody screwing around here. I don't want trolls in here telling people wrong. I want links to be able to be posted. So, but Soda, if you are a real account, apologies and yeah, stop by more often so I get to know you. But it might be nice to change the name too, unless he knows about it and he's cool with it. And I don't mind. I know people use funny names, like when I do Uber Rideshare, it's like, I think I've told you guys before, I've had some wild ones, but like, I had one that was a shot of a guy's gold teeth that were all capped, and all you could see was the teeth, and they were just capped gold teeth, and the name was Demand. And I was picking them up in Aurora at 2:45 a.m. So I was fully prepared. When I'm doing rideshare, I got a mace right here. I got my taser right here. And I got my knife right here. So. And like I've talked about with Roy many times, I have a plan. If in rideshare somebody pulls a gun on me from the back, and you gotta have this plan because it's like muscle memory. You gotta, if you think about it, you will kick into that mode that you need to be in. Because my plan is, no matter what, look at people who do rideshare and get held up at gunpoint. They're either for the most part, they're either carjacked on the spot, like somebody runs up to me right now, opens the door and says, "Get out." Okay, I'll get out. I'll give you my car. No problem, it's yours. But if somebody gets in as a rider, we start going somewhere and they pull a gun on me from the back, never happened. But if I have to, no matter what they say, because if you don't have a muscle memory that's going to kick in or some kind of idea of a plan, I can tell you, you're going to focus on that and do what they tell you. You're going to get very scared. My plan is to gun it and run into a sidewall, or if I see a police officer, run into a police officer. And by that I mean, and then I'll say, that motherfucker's got a gun. And try and be on main streets. Don't let them, like if you're off the streets, just gun it and gun your way to a main street. And if they're saying, no, you do what we say, and just get to the main road and run into something. They're not going to shoot you, because at that point, they're going to want to just get away because they'd be grand theft auto and they'd be charged with murder. So grand theft auto is a bad enough risk that they take, but if if you hit it, who knows, they might even be hurt, but if not, they're not going to shoot you for sure because they don't want that on their hands. If you're on a main street, they're going to get caught. Yeah, don't do that, did you know, man? I'm not saying that. I worked in a bar for too many years. I mean, I can't tell you you guys, the amount of people. We have a nice way of walking you out. We have at the bars. We have, and these were high volume bars. And we have a way of escorting you out with 2 bouncers or 2 employees. It could be a bartender too. Like, I've worked all the jobs, but when you're alone getting somebody out because you're just by something when it happens and you grab me, you don't have time to get another guy to help you because 2 is always best. Sometimes you get their arm, you got them behind them, you're holding their head, pulling it back, and they should, sometimes they'll try and like pull which I never understood. Why would you try and pull a move on me in the bar to get out of this? You're being thrown out clearly if I'm grabbing your head and your arms. But if they do that kind of stuff and are wiggling the whole time, I can't tell you the amount of times I took somebody's face and used the ram bar at the bar. The ram bars on a door. You push it. It's not called a ram bar, but we did. Like the push to exit a building bar. I would just take their face and slam it against that and then throw them outside, because the main thing about bars is get it outside. If it needs to be a fight, get it outside. Don't let the fight happen in the bar, because that can put your liquor license at risk. And I'm a peaceful, nice person. I am so nice. I ask you to leave nicely. I might have if I'm bartending, I might have a door guy. I might say, hey, keep an eye on that guy. Keep me updated, kind of thing, So, and then we always try to do it the right way. But every once in a while, just something broke out. And I mean, I'll tell you about, like, in case you're wondering, are you a peaceful guy? Like, I really am. But like, I'll give you an example. I saw a guy. I was bartending, but I was walking around to collect we were slammed at an island bar. And we were about 3 deep with 3 bartenders, including me. So there were only 2 back there. I walked out to walk around. I was picking up glassware, and this guy, who had to be about 3 times the size of his girlfriend, took his girlfriend's face, slammed it on the bar. They were sitting at the bar stools, and slammed it on the bar. She came up, her nose was broke, indented. She was bleeding everywhere. There was a cut here. I don't know how he even made that. That cut came from the pressure of him hitting her face. That's how hard it was. And I whipped him off his bar stool. It's pretty much one of the only times I hit somebody in the bar. I hit him 3 times in the face, picked him up, walked him quickly over to the door, slammed his face against the door, threw him out on the pavement, and by all that commotion had happened, there were 3 other door guys outside just going. And so I was like, I'm going back in, guys, thank you. And there was no cops around, so it was what it was. But that's just, I mean, what would you do? That's my point, what would you do? That's why, I don't like fighting. I don't condone it. I'm a peaceful person. But I also will not sit by and accept somebody breaking their girlfriend's, I'm not even going to say no, girlfriend's face in half. And this dude was big. And she was not. She was little. The most, I don't know how many of you have actually been like this close to something, like one of the worst things you've ever seen. But that's what it was. I was walking by and it happened, and I wasn't even watching for it. I didn't know that was gonna happen. It just happened right as I was walking by. I can't give you a shout out, bro. I already did, and I don't know how to say it. I don't know. But cheers to you. If I was at a place where I could read, but I'm on the highway, so. But I did in stream 1. You came back. I like that, so that's cool, man. Hope you're having a good day. But there's a lot of, there's even a number, and there's a lot of letters in there. So, yeah, I can give you a shout out. Cheers. Shout out to the dude with the really long name. So yeah, this week, you guys, I should plug all this stuff real quick. Tomorrow, or tonight, recording with Sergio and David from Para. We're gonna be going through some stuff for real. Tomorrow morning for me, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Catch Dana and I. We'll be talking about the new Massachusetts gig worker legislation that is going into effect, and what it means for you, because it sucks, dude. It sucks. And then I'm going to and Mike Harubi lives in Massachusetts, guys, so don't worry. As always, I'm going to try and keep the fight alive. It's still at a point of fighting, too, so we're going to do what we can. Hoping to bring his guys in a little bit, even though they deal more with traditional independent contractors. He's written federal legislation, so I just got another Curri too, and that was an awesome one. Damn it, now I'm on this one. Wednesday, last mile. Thursday, round table. Oh, and Tuesday as well. So Tuesday, wait a minute, I got that thing with Dana at 1 p.m. Eastern, then at 4 p.m. Eastern, if you're interested in dumpling, Holly and I haven't done one in a while. Holly Camp and I will be doing a little dumpling talk. It's been a while, so I actually have some more information, and she has some resort catering information. So if you're interested in that, come on by Holly. That's on Holly's channel. Savvy Shopper Delivers. If anybody in here, if Bud Soda or anybody else in here could put Holly's link, I'd appreciate that. Everything else I listed is on Rideshare Rodeo channel, so yeah. But yeah, these streams kind of fell apart. I feel bad too, because the first stream was good. It was super early, and then it cut me off because of one bar, I guess. And then the second stream had like 16, 17 people in it, so I know we lost some here. So I'm going to end this, I'm going to piece it together, and I'm going to put out one piece, because I think it's going to be about an hour 15 total, 1, 2, and 3. But thank you guys for joining us, and or for joining me, and please join us throughout the week. There's a lot of good stuff this week, or a lot of informative pieces that you should be hearing. And this Massachusetts legislation, guys, I will give you all the information. Check out driverrights.org, driversingularrights.org. That is David and my side project. We have 75,000 plus signatures now on people wanting to remain independent contractors and not be unionized. Please add your name to that. It's free, and at the end, it even sends a letter to your congressman without you having to do anything. It looks it up for you by zip code, and it sends a letter for you, but with your email attached. So all you need to do is put in your email. We're not collecting any information. That adds you to the 75,000 plus who want to stay independent, and we are using this as a tool when fighting legislation. And I've handed this over to Karen Anderson, Kim Cavan, Mike Harubi, all the big players, so they know too what's going on. But guys, thank you very much. Have a great and safe day. Earn smart, be smart, and yeah, don't miss tomorrow's live stream. It's at a weird time. The only reason it might get pushed back a little bit is if Dana or I have Curri runs. Dana's in Boston, and that should be about the end of his morning runs. I might still have one, but we'll see. We're really going to try and make that time work. And we do this for you guys, you know, so it'll happen. And it'll probably happen exactly on time. I'm talking about if it is late, it'll be like 10, 15 minutes late, but I will change the time so that you guys see. That said,